Switching to cricket on the SportsMax Zone, the Tata Indian Premier League is set to bowl off on Friday with the opening match between Azari Josephs and Odin Smith's Gujarat Titans and the Chennai Super Kings. 12 West Indians are expected to turn out for 6 of the 10 teams competing. Gerard Morrisili has a preview of the tournament.
The 16th staging of the Indian Premier League bowls off on Friday, and West Indian fans will be buzzing with excitement. 12 men from the region will be in action, down from the 17 in last year's tournament. 20 West Indian players were in the action, with 8 of the current T20 players earning spots. Nicholas Pooran was the most expensive of the group, going to Lucknow Super Giants for $1.9 million after being released by Sunrisers Hyderabad. Jason Holder was second on the list, sold for over $700,000 to Rajasthan Royals. Holder was released by the Super Giants after last season, scoring just 58 runs and taking 14 wickets in 12 matches. West Indies skipper Rothman Powell will suit up for Delhi Capitals, while Aqil Hussain will turn out for Sunrisers Hyderabad, coached by ex-Windies captain Brian Lara. Hard-hitting all-rounders Kyle Mears and Romario Shepherd will join Pooran at the Super Giants, with Alzari Joseph and Odin Smith turning out again for defending champions Gujarat Titans. Joseph took 7 wickets in 9 matches last time around, and with his recent form, picking up 6 wickets in 3 matches on tour to South Africa, he might be able to do more damage. The Indian Premier League will be crucial to the Caribbean men's preparation for the next T20 World Cup at home in 2024. 78 games are slated for the month-long tournament, which will be much-needed match practice for the West Indians, as they only have 17 T20 internationals to play before the next T20 World Cup. The 2-time world champions made an embarrassing first-round exit in Australia last year and will want to turn around their fortunes next time they compete. With 8 of the region's players involved in the tournament, does it give the Windies a better chance of being competitive when they host the next T20 World Cup? Will those 8 players be able to improve their skills and understanding of the short format by rubbing shoulders with the world's best players? Let's discuss.
Yeah, let's discuss indeed. Nikhil Uttamchandani joins us to talk about the Indian Premier League, which, by the way, will be live on SportsMax, starting with the opening game on Friday. And then SportsMax will be giving you the games on Tuesdays and Fridays, plus the grand finale as well. Nikhil Uttamchandani, I know you're excited. You love T20 cricket, you love the Indian Premier League, and you'll especially love that there are 12 West Indians that will be taking part this time around, even though you would have been hoping it would be more than the 12. What are we looking at here for IPL 16?
I think an exciting prospect. Let me start by saying, Ricardo, that I definitely like Test cricket a lot more than T20 cricket, even don't be fooled by the young age. But what I will say is I think this is a very exciting month and a half for a lot of West Indian fans. I think Gerard, at the end of his piece, summed it up perfectly. Even if an Aqil Hussain or Odin Smith or Romario Shepherd don't play the amount of games that a Rothman Powell or a Hetmeyer or Jason Holder will, they're still able, I think, to enhance their skills on a massive way by just being in these conditions, of course, Indian conditions, which will be crucial for later in this year with the World Cup. But then also, you mixing with a Sachin Tendulkar, you're rubbing shoulders with a Virat Kohli. These are very valuable things, both on and off the field, I think that a lot of players can gain from this tournament. And you hear some of the world's best, they speak about their IPL experiences all the time. So I'm definitely excited to see how, sort of the impact I can make on these players traveling to the IPL in the next couple of days.
And I remember some years ago, Kieran Pollard speaking about his experience in the IPL. And one of the things I remember him saying was just how being part of a truly professional setup and benefiting from the world-class coaching that you receive in that setup as well. So, as you pointed out, even if you don't play, there is coaching to be had on a day-in, day-out basis, which has to help these players.
No, it definitely will. And I'll say for the ones that, like a Rothman Powell and Nicholas Pooran on the field, I mean, you're facing day in, day out, you're facing the very best bowlers in the world. I mean, all of world cricket looks at the Indian Premier League and it's the premier tournament. You look at the calendar every year, you're looking to see when the IPL is. Every player, because of the sort of amounts of money that you can make, wants to be part of this competition. So as a player, you're being tested, you're being challenged. And if you do well here, it, I think, puts you in very good stead to do well on the world stage as well.
Yeah, and Nikhil, what stood out for me is a couple of changes to the structure of the tournament. So before COVID, of course, it used to be the home and away format. That's back, so I'm excited about that. As well as the captains can carry out two teams. I'm eager to hear what you think about that.
Yeah, so after the toss, the captains will be able to sort of pick an impact player and, of course, change their squad after the toss. I think it adds a whole new dynamic. Some we saw tried in the Big Bash as well. But what it will do is, like for guys like Andre Russell, I think it allows them to focus a bit more on their strengths. Last year, Andre Russell did a lot of bowling for the Kolkata Knight Riders. This year, you have the option of bringing in that impact player. And I think it puts sort of more focus on their roles. So I think I like the innovation. I think it adds to T20 cricket, in a big way. I think the key for the teams will be to see how much teams actually use it. Because I heard a lot of the captains mentioning before the tournament that it's just there as sort of a bonus. They still want to pick their strongest team week in, week out. But what you said in terms of the home and away fixtures, I'm so happy to see that because I think that is really a test of sort of the best team in the tournament. Because teams will be building their squads for mainly their home ground and the conditions that they're expecting to put forward. So I think it adds a whole new dynamic and I think one that people should be very excited about.
Right, and the Gujarat Titans, they will be hoping to defend their title. They've added Kane Williamson, which is a lot of strength now to their squad. They also have Alzari Joseph, who's been doing very well for us in the West Indies. What do you make of the Gujarat Titans this season, and do you think they can defend that title?
Well, definitely a very strong showing. I think you always start as favourites when you win the last tournament. But what I will say is I hope they're listening, the Gujarat Titans. I think excellent job on their recruitment because to keep Alzari Joseph, he had a quiet tournament last year. Only 9 matches. He only took 7 wickets. But clearly they saw something in him because after the IPL, of course, he made his T20 international debut. He's sort of lit the world on fire since, and the rest is history. So they obviously saw something in his potential to retain him for this year. And I think they're getting a man that can bowl consistently above 150 plus. He's someone that is very lethal with that short delivery and also in the death overs, which I think they'll use him majorly. And I just think the way he's bowled in the last 6 months, he's going to be a big fear for a lot of batters facing him in this tournament. Remember, he got 6 wickets on debut, playing for the Mumbai Indians a couple of years ago and ravaged through the Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Yeah, we definitely look forward to what Alzari Joseph and the other West Indies players in the IPL will do this time around. And Nikhil, you'll be a big part of our coverage of the Indian Premier League this year. So we'll be chatting to you tomorrow again following the opening game of this year's tournament. Take care. See you then.
That's good news, man. Thanks a lot.
All right. Nikhil Chandani. Yeah. IPL live on your home of champions. Opening game on Friday, 9 a.m. in Jamaica, 10 in the rest of the Caribbean. Ensure you tune in. Fast, flashy, exciting cricket from India. It's gonna be great.
Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.